Do you want to learn how to make this into this? Figuring out how to get the perfect results with Printful's embroidery can take some time, but fret not. In this video, we'll go over machine embroidery do's and don'ts, so you know how to turn your perfect designs into perfect products. Let's start with the basics. At Printful, your designs are embroidered using 5 techniques. These are flat embroidery, tatami fill, 3D puff embroidery, satin stitch outline, and run stitch. Each of these types have different uses. If you want to learn more about each type, be sure to check out our page on creating the perfect embroidery print file. I'll link it in the description below. When you're creating an embroidery print file, there are 2 things that you need to keep in mind. Firstly, remember to carefully follow the guidelines for each product. You can find the guidelines for every embroidery product in the product description when you click on the File Guidelines tab. Secondly, don't forget about digitization. When you submit your design to Printful, they should be in a vector format. Digitization is a process through which we convert your vector file to a format our embroidery machines can read. You can digitize your file for a one-time fee. Afterwards, you can reuse the digitized design for the same product type as often as you wish, free of charge. To learn more about digitization, check the description. I've linked some resources below. Now let's look at some of the most common embroidery design mistakes we've seen over the years. In this example, the issue lies with the size of the text. The size of the text is far too small, and the lines of the letters are too thin. When you use your text in your design, remember to keep the letters at least 0.2 inches in height and 0.05 inches thick. If the letters are less than 0.05 inch thick, we'll use the run stitch to embroider them. That means we'll use a single line of stitches, which can make your end product look a little all over the place. For embroidered designs with text, we recommend you use simple fonts like Arial or Helvetica. Let's move on. When you choose to embroider designs with a distressed or a textured effect, keep in mind the many details that may be lost. We'll only be able to use flat embroidery for these designs, and the thinnest parts of the design are likely to be embroidered using run stitch. If you use negative space as a design element, like in this example, the results might not be what you expect. As you can see, the embroidery becomes uneven at the edges of the object. Unless you're yearning for surprises when it comes to your products, we suggest filling the negative space with a different color. That way you can be sure your designs will look like you intended. You can choose between 15 thread colors when embroidering your design. Keep in mind you're only able to embroider solid shapes and colors for now. This means that gradients won't work with standard embroidery. If you have a design that uses gradients, you'll have to convert those into solid colors because our machines don't have the ability to switch thread colors gradually. The good news is, we're working on an option for gradient designs. Currently, these are only available to a limited number of customers, but keep an eye out. The maximum stitch count for an embroidered design is 15,000 stitches. If you use a solid background for your design, stitch count will likely exceed the maximum. When that happens, we have to reduce the size of your graphic by up to 50%, so it might end up being only half of what you expected. To avoid this, remove the background from your design. You won't be able to recreate photographs with the embroidery technique. You can possibly imagine why. Photos are far too complicated to embroider. If you want to incorporate something from a photo in your design, adjust the photograph so that it consists of solid shapes and colors. Then you're good to go. Make sure the font that you use for 3D puff embroidery is clear, bold, and thick. If the design isn't thick enough, we won't be able to embroider it. Take into account also the font that you're using. Calligraphy fonts or thin, complicated fonts in general won't work for 3D puff embroidery. This technique is really only relevant for hats. Remember, the areas for side embroidery is smaller than that of front embroidery. If you're using text, it should be no longer than 10 characters. Keep it minimal and your product is sure to look great. And that's all for today. Was this video helpful to you? Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or experiences you want to share regarding embroidery. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you in the next one. Bye.